Hi guys, so we are almost at the end of May, not quite, but almost there. And I felt compelled to do a general reading for everyone, just to do like a little talk, a little bit of tarot. I'm gonna do all the signs in this one reading, a little short time-stamped blurbs for each sign this week. And then starting next week, I will be doing readings every week, whether it's one reading that has all the signs in it or if it's individual readings. But every week going forward, please be on the lookout for that. And also please be aware that not everyone is going to resonate with every single reading. And you can always check your other signs. So your not just your sunrise, your moon, your sun sign, your moon, your Venus, your rising, your Mercury, your Mars. Those are all personal signs to you. You could check out where your signs land within those areas. So anyway, having said that, I wanted to talk to you guys about the Eight of Swords, okay? So this is the Eight of Swords card, and if you follow me or you follow tarot, you know that it's a significant card that comes out quite a bit. And for me, when I think of the Eight of Swords, I think of like self-imposed restraints. Meaning like whatever it is that is going on in your life that is causing you to feel like bound, to feel like you can't move or you can't do anything, it's actually self-imposed. And for some reason, I was walking today and it just popped in my head that I needed to make a video and talk about the Eight of Swords. And I think it's a perfect time right now because we've got the super full moon lunar eclipse coming on Wednesday. So this is a big deal. But always with full moons, I always talk about releasing, okay? New moons are for manifesting, full moons are for releasing. You can do some magic on full moons. You just want to look at like the planetary alignments and everything like that and what the intention is, for the end result of whatever magic you're working on. But to me, when I think about, manifesting, a really important part of manifestation is having space in your life. And for me, the Eight of Swords kind of says that there could be more space in your life, right? There's something in your life that's holding you back, and you are the one who's in control of stopping it from doing that. So, I wanted to pull a few cards to just kind of see where this energy is going in general, not by sign. Just want to see who in particular. It doesn't necessarily have to be one person that I am picking up this energy from. It could be a collective of people. So I want to see, who in particular I'm picking this energy up from. Eight of Swords, okay, because in this picture, this woman in this picture, dropped it, okay, she's got binds around her hands, but she could easily, especially like I would do this, if I was in a situation I couldn't see nothing, I was tied up, if I knew there was a sharp edge, I would carefully try to rub the rope up against it to cut it open. So, that's what I mean by, self-imposed. Like there is a way out. It's just about, mentally getting over the hump in order to find the solution. All right, so I'm just going to pull a few cards, see what kind of energy we're picking up here. Spirit, what's this Eight of Swords energy? All right, we've got another Swords card, Two of Swords, okay. Two of Swords, again, okay. This is tripping me out, man. Look at this card. This person is blindfolded, right? This person is blindfolded. And the other one, the person is blindfolded. Sometimes the Two of Swords can mean like you have your blinders on and you're choosing not to see, what's in front of you. right? Or choosing not to see what it is that you need to release or let go of in order to move forward, in order to get out of this energy right here. Let's see if I can get another card. Another Swords card. Okay, so whatever this is a very cerebral energy that you're in right now. You could be really dealing with, okay, so the Seven of Swords to me is it can be like a deceptive energy, trying to find a way around something, trying to sort of sneak out the back door. You know, this is like, whoever I'm picking up on, you're really feeling stuck and you don't know what to do, and you're trying to, you know, you're like, I don't want to do this. I just want to pretend that it doesn't exist, and I'm going to find another way out of this. But right now I feel stuck. You know, that's the kind of energy that you're in right now. Spirit, what can this person do about whatever this issue is? You know, what sort of action can be taken here? What sort of action can be taken? Ooh, we've got the Tower card here, the Tower. See, I knew I was feeling some kind of energy, strong. So the Tower card, I'm going to pull another card to go with it. Spirit, why is this Tower card here? Why is this Tower card here, Spirit? Oh, okay. We've got the Ace of Swords here. Okay. The Ace of Swords. All right. So, to me, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. I will try to pull one more card because the Tower always makes me so curious. Like, I'm like, well, what is this about? So the Tower and the Ace of Swords, this is like becoming very clear on something, right? Having a sudden realization. You know, what's the sudden realization? Like, can we pinpoint it to a specific subject? Even if it's a general subject, Spirit, even if it's a general subject. Like, this is like awakening energy. This is like very suddenly something, you know, hold on, let me, I wanted to pull the other card to see what it was, and we've got an Ace of Wands here. We've got an Ace. So we've got two aces here. So whoever this is, you're having like a very sudden realization, something new. It could be in regards to your career, or passions, like something passionate. There was this very sudden realization, like, holy crap, like, I feel really passionate about something. I can't stop thinking about this thing, right? And the reason I say that you can't stop thinking about it is because of all these swords in this reading, and the swords, the Eight of Swords in particular, because it's like, oh my goodness, you know, wow, aces with the Tower. I mean, that couldn't be more like auspicious energy. And I'm not sure if maybe you're feeling bad right now, but whatever this is, it's not necessarily a bad thing. This is some sort of a change coming in that is life changing. Whatever this is, you're feeling this way because this is something that is going to change your life, or this is a change in your life that you need to make in order to level up, right? In order to experience that awakening. It's just like all of a sudden some things become so clear to you. That's wonderful. But right now your energy is like, because of that clarity, you're like, oh my goodness, what do I do? Things are going to have to change, or I'm going to have to do this, that, and the other thing. How am I going to get around this? How am I going to work this? You know, so, and I think the main thing with this is what I was talking about is releasing. If you don't have space in your life for this new stuff, it's because there's a lot of stuff in your life that you need to release, whether you need to assert boundaries with someone, whether you need to whittle down. Maybe you have a lot of things going on and you're realizing, I'm putting a lot of energy into this thing and it's not really yielding any results, and I could take my energy back from that. Instead of leaving it like flopping out in the universe, take my energy back from that, put it into something that I'm, much more passionate about and I'm much more likely to keep going forward with. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to go by sign, starting with Aries, and I'm just going to pull 2 cards from this deck and 1 Divine Feminine Oracle, just to get you guys a message in regards to the full moon that's coming this Wednesday. I'm going to see if Spirit will let you guys know, what is it that that's kind of in the forefront right now that needs to be released. Okay, because you're not, and I probably say this all the time, but when I've learned my lessons and I've leveled up and I've had my different levels of awakening, it's because of a concept that I knew about and I was exposed to several times, but I experienced it and then I was like, oh, okay, so that's how that works. But, hearing about it first, it sort of helps you to help to move the experiences that you want to happen along, okay? Because it's already something that you are working towards manifesting. You have the idea. All right, so Aries, what is going on? What is in the forefront right now in your life that needs to be released? Okay, in the forefront. Okay, we've got the Hierophant card here. The Hierophant, that is Taurus energy. Let's get 1 more card to go with this. It is. And the 7 of Pentacles, okay? This to me is saying it's more about, I'm sorry, Aries, it's just so funny because Aries is known as having an impatient energy, and what I'm seeing here is the development of patience, right? So with the Hierophant here, sort of teaching or learning, either role that you would be in at this time, and the 7 of Pentacles is all about patience. It's all about working on the fruits that you want to bear, but they're not quite ready yet, right? You got to tend to them and you got to make sure, all is well and, dot your I's and cross your T's, all that stuff. So this is more about releasing the need to have everything done, because we all know that it's just not freaking possible. We want it to be, but every single thing can't be done. So I'm going to pull you a card from my Divine Feminine Oracle deck. All right, Spirit, what do we have for Aries? What do we have for Aries? Okay, here it is. We have Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance, and the little mantra, I love mantras, is I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. Okay, and that is so true. It really is true. Once you start thinking abundant, you will be abundant. You will feel abundant. And, abundance isn't just money, right? It'll come to you in different ways, in different unexpected ways. You just have to be open to it. All right, so now we're going to move on to Taurus. Okay, Taurus, what do we have, Spirit? What is in the forefront for Taurus? What is in the forefront for Taurus that can be released? We got the Queen of Wands. Okay, this is fire energy. Okay, you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or this could be you in your own Queen of Wands energy, which is very confident and sure of the direction that she wants to go in, following passions. Doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, could be male energy. It's just a queen. Let's get one more card to go with this to see. Oh, that one flipped right over. And 3 of Cups. The Queen of Wands and the 3 of Cups. All right, so Taurus, you know what? It was just Taurus season, so it's possible that you could have had like a great time for your birthday, and you know, you are needing more of that, right? And I know that's not necessarily like a release, but I think, Taurus, that sometimes you can be a little more of like a homebody, but I think that you're realizing that you're releasing that you either you need to, or it's something you're working on, but just sort of like releasing the not the need, I can't think of the word that I want to use, but it's something like need. To sort of be in a solitary, you know, energy, like you could get really comfortable, right? And be like, I'm really comfortable right here. And I'm going to chill right here. I'm just going to hang out. You know, and then you don't realize how great it actually is to surround yourself with people who care about you and love you. So I think that, you know, that's what is being said here, because, you know, when you're in your Wands energy, that is something, Taurus. You know, I know quite a few Tauruses, and as earthy as you are, you can be very like, you know, there and ready to go. So that's what I have for you from the tarot. Let me pull something from the Divine Feminine. All right, Spirit, what do we have for Taurus from the Divine Feminine? We have Sekhmet, the Red Lady. And then this card says, I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Okay. Wow. Okay. And the interesting thing about this is the red in this card, right? The red that Sekhmet is wearing, and the red in this Queen of Wands dress. So, and then the smoke coming out of that dragon's nose. So I don't know if there's some sort of an underlying message here, Taurus. Maybe you could have possibly had a falling out with a friend or an exchange with a friend, and make sure that you use your words, right? And say what you mean and mean what you say, and get it out, okay? If that's a message for you. You know what? Let me look in here too, because sometimes I didn't for the last one, but I will going forward. 174. You might be passionate about something and needing to say what's on your mind about it, and you might have a very valuable opinion or a valid point, and you need to say, something. All right, so, all right, I don't want to go too crazy deep into this because this is short little readings. Positive aggression, acting with love on behalf of what breaks our heart or enrages us is what allows us to become agents of change to better our lives and the world around us, right? So if you have something to say and you think it's going to make a positive change, even if people don't like it, say it, okay? All right, so Taurus, Gemini. It is now Gemini season, so happy birthday, Geminis. Let's see what's going on for this full moon during your season, right? It's full moon during your season with a lunar eclipse, and it's a super moon. Whew. Wow. All right. Okay, Gemini. Spirit, what do we have for Gemini? What's on the forefront that needs to be released? All right. We look, King of Swords. Look at that. That is you, like in your highest energy there. Okay, King of Swords. And the Sun. Okay. All right. So the King of Swords can be very logical and very by the book, right? And then I see the Sun here, and these people are just having a great time. So to me, it seems like maybe you're being too uptight about something, right? Maybe you're just like so focused. You're so focused on this, money, bills, work. Gotta take care of this. Gotta do this thing. Gotta write this down. Gotta go here and do this. And there isn't any time for play and joy and sunshine and feeding your soul. Okay, so what you need to do is release the need to always be following a schedule, right? Because that's not healthy. Like, a lot of people say that, we need to follow schedules and we need to be organized. And yes, we do. But to some effect, when we were children, we just ran free and we had fun and we skipped rope and we jumped over puddles and climbed trees, right? And now we're making lists and living by a book and, surrounded by four walls. Like, don't you want to get out in nature and, breathe in the fresh air and feel the sunshine on you? Let's see what Spirit has to say through the Divine Feminine. It's too many. Okay, one card. Okay, so the card that you got is the Black Madonna. It says, I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. Okay, I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. And you see how this woman has taken her pain and suffering, and she's like, nope, my child is not going to know that pain. She crowned that child, and she's like, you are meant for greatness, right? So I'm going to open up the book, but to me, it's almost like saying, like, this is what you are creating, whether you have kids or not. It's sort of like your legacy that you want to leave behind, right? And you're so focused on this legacy, right? Focusing on this legacy. But Spirit wants you to know that you don't have to always be, because you are. You know what I mean? You don't have to be, because you are. You already are good enough. You already are leaving a legacy. You already are working hard. Cut yourself some slack. You know what? I'm not even going to open the book, because that was the message. That was the message, Gemini. All right, so next we have Cancer, and I get some tarot cards for Cancer. All right, Spirit. What we have for Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. Okay, so very emotional sign. Oh, we've got the Hanged Man. Let's see what we got with the Hanged Man here. What have we got with the Hanged Man? We got two cards, so we're going to take them both. All right, so we just have you special. So either you're waiting, right? You're waiting right now, waiting and working towards something to do with love, right? You're like, ooh, I need to get some love in my life, That's how I feel when I see that. Like, okay, I'm going to be super cheesy, Cancers, but there's this song, and it's like, wishing and hoping and thinking and praying, planning and dreaming. I can't remember like the whole song, but it's definitely like a love wedding type of song. What the heck is it? All you gotta do is hold them and kiss them and squeeze them and love them. Anyways, it's just like a good feeling song, but it's like this right here. It's like wishing and hoping and thinking and praying. Sorry, guys. All right, so Cancer, you have a musical reading today. Yeah, it's just like so. I guess it's like releasing the trust the universe. Okay, whatever you're wishing and hoping and waiting and praying and planning and dreaming and scheming on, um, trust the universe and go with the flow. Right? The universe has your back, and whatever this is, you are to be in your hanged man energy, right? Just hang out, see if you can get different perspective of the situation, different perspectives, and you know, see if they can turn into a positive perspective. You know, if you are feeling impatient or like, man, I'm working so hard on this, you know, I really want this, just know that your hard work will pay off. All right, let's get you a Divine Feminine card. So again, releasing the need to, you know, just releasing, right? Letting the universe align this situation, like keep working towards it and aligning yourself with it, because when you align and the other person aligns, then it comes together. But if you're like sitting here like, why isn't it happening? You're getting yourself out of alignment. All right. What do we have for Cancers? Ooh. Excuse me. Spring has sprung, I tell you what, and I'm always outside hiking, so I get to experience all the beautiful pollen. It's quite lovely. All right, so green Tara. Okay. Wait. Green Tara looks like Gamora, right? Kind of looks like Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. So that might resonate for one of you Cancers here, but Guardians of the Galaxy, Gamora. Anyways, it says Green Tara is the Buddha of enlightened action. And this says, my soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. That's exactly what I just said. Like whatever you're doing, trust the universe is guiding you, right? Trust that the universe is guiding you, right? So you are taking action. You are working towards that. The universe sees that and is making things happen, but you're not the only person. It's like chess, right? The universe has to move the pieces in the different places, right? You're not the only piece that moves to the destination. So I hope that helps, Cancer. All right, so Leos, what have we got for you for this full moon? Spirit, what do we have for Leos? Wow, that was a very quick flip. All right, Leos, you guys are holding on to something way too tight. You're like, nope, not gonna move, nope, don't ask me, nope, not looking, don't make me change. Something, right? I'm not letting go, it's mine. Let's see, let's get another card. Spirit, what is this? What is this Four of Pentacles about? The Star. Okay. The Star. There's something that you need to heal that you're not. Let me see if I can get more information out of Spirit. I don't know if I will because it's like a big collective, but let's see. The Hangman. Okay. All right, so sorry, I just needed a second to look at this. But so the Star is all about like healing, okay? And the Hangman is about, it's a waiting energy, or it's an energy of like gaining a different perspective here. but it's almost like you're not doing that. Okay? So you gotta let go. I don't know what you need to let go of. There's something that you need to heal. There's something that you're just choosing not to look at, something that you're choosing to hold on to. Healing and hanging. You don't want to do the work. That's what it looks like to me. It's like, I don't feel like it. I don't want to look at this particular thing. And I don't want to like work on it. I don't want to, I just don't. So whatever this is, Leo, is like, I feel like it will definitely, because the Star card and the Hangman are here, it's a big thing. Whatever this is, right? Like all freaking jokes and smiles aside, like whatever this is, it's a big deal for you. And if you don't heal it, you're not going to level up. You're not going to move to the next level because it's in the way. Like it's big time in the way. Like it's so big in the way that you're like in denial that it's in the way. You're like in denial about it because this guy here is like, no, absolutely not. This is mine. You can't even look at it. It's like, I absolutely do not want to have a different point of view about this. I don't want to take the time to look into it and see, how I can make it better. And that's not to say that you don't want to. I think it's just really difficult. Like it's at a point where it's just so difficult that you don't want it to change. So let's see what we have from the Divine Feminine deck for you. One thing I will say, Leo, though, is that there is healing available to you, right? There is healing available to you right now. And this super full moon has a lunar eclipse, right? And the thing about the moon is that it will show you things that are hidden. So a lunar eclipse is going to even more do that. It's like, oh yeah, you really want to hide that? Because I'm going to show you. All right, so we've got Saint Bridget, Our Lady of Exalted Light. I give endlessly because light is without end. My soul is all I need. Okay. And that, in this card, it giving me hermit vibes, it's giving me hermit vibes because of the holding of the light here. I am going to get the book and see if there's like a little blip in here that I could read to you. St. Bridget, because I don't want to make these readings too long. All right, so St. Bridget lived in alignment with the highest, most exalted aspect of her being. Okay, her message to us is to reconnect to that inner fire, that internal flame that feeds us more than anything external ever could. All right, so wow. All right, let me see what else it says. Read poetry or whatever feels like sacred scripture to your soul. Let your soul voice surface through some uncensored automatic writing, or let your soul guide your body through movement, right? So this is saying to write poetry, write music, dance, do yoga, do something, express yourself. I think that is a form of healing that is needed right now, like taking the time to write, how you feel about things. Release attachments to personal possessions. See, here it is. It's right here. You see, this is a pentacle card and there's money. It's like it's sitting on a chest. So release attachments to personal possessions, clear space, unclutter your home, give away what you don't need, right? So this is a big calling to you to really look at your attachments to things. It doesn't necessarily just have to be your material things. It could be people, it could be places, it could be situations. It could be the things that you're doing, habits. It's time to release things so that you can welcome that good stuff in your life, right? So I hope that helped, Leos. All right, let's move on to Virgo. Virgo, what do we have? What do you need to release? Ooh, okay, we've got the Eight of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this is Earth energy here. Eight of Wands is that is like a communication energy, but like a quick communication energy, like emails, messages. It's just like getting in touch quickly about something. So you could need to communicate with someone about something, or you could have received a message from someone, and it could be lingering or, like weighing heavy on you. All right. So I'm going to pull one more card because I want to see like what this possibly could be. The Tower. The Tower. Okay, so you possibly, could have received a message from someone and it shook you, right? It kind of shook you. Your word shooketh. Wow. Two people had tower. Two signs have had towers. Yeah, I mean, it is a time right now. I did not mention in the beginning of the reading that Mercury is in retrograde as well. Okay. Yeah, whatever this is, whatever you've been told, or whatever this is, it's definitely shook your foundation. So I would say that I'm going to pull your divine card, but, that was very quick and difficult to say. Anandamayi, Anandamayima, the joy permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. Okay. So within all of these changes that you're going through, right? And whatever this tower is that's incoming or has come, the main message is to understand that you are the one who holds the power. No matter what was said, no matter how you feel about this information, no matter how you think this information is going to affect you in the future, you are your own guru. You are the one who controls your magic. You are the one who makes things happen. You're the one who builds your life, not anybody else. You control that shit. I swear, you control it. Nobody else does. All right, so I hope that helped, Virgos. We're going to move on to Libras. I don't know why, but I just... Libras are just one of those signs that I absolutely adore. Like, I know a lot of Libras. I don't think that knock on wood, right? Knock on wood. I don't think that I know a Libra that I don't like or think has like just a really friendly personality. All right. So anyways, that was a little bit of love for you Libras. I hope that you love that. I'm sure you did. All right, so let's see what's going on with Libras for this super full moon. What needs to be released, Spirit? It's what's going on in their lives that needs to be released. So we get the Ten of Pentacles, and let's get one more card here. Ten of Pentacles is all about your stability, your security, like your comforts, your material wealth. And the Page of Cups. Okay, so to me, this is really, worrying about the stability of your life or the stability of your children. I think there's like, you could be like super concerned about that. And all I can see here is like that you are doing an awesome job and you have and are providing a stable life for your kids. So don't beat yourself up over that. And then if this isn't about kids, then this is just about the stability of your emotional endeavors, right? So whatever it is that feeds your soul, whatever it is that you do that really just makes your heart happy, perhaps you don't feel that you are doing well enough or doing enough of it, and you are. You're going at the pace that works for you. So within this message, whether this is about your children or something that you love doing, be assured that the universe, you are on path with the universe. All right, so let me get you a Divine Feminine card. Marguerite Porte, I think is what it says. The mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love, right? You are love. You are love, and you give love, and you provide all the love that anybody in your life needs. Let's see what the little booklet here says. Marguerite. So Marguerite reminds us when we've forgotten that love is the essence of who we are and that true love is found within. Marguerite says, love has no beginning, no end, and no limit, and I am nothing except love. This is a time to own and to know this truth more fully. It is the most profound and radical act we can ever take, knowing the love we already are. Okay? So, like I said, you're already doing it, right? You already are that love. You already are in this, you already are this stability for your children or for whatever it is that you love to do. You're already doing it. You know what I mean? So I hope that helped. All right. Scorpio, what is up? All right, what do we got for you, Scorpios? Spirit. Okay, well, that was quick, and we've got 3 cards right here, right off the bat. Wow, we've got 3 majors. All right, holy crap. All right, we've got the Empress, the Lovers, and the Chariot. Okay. So Empress is all about self-care and self-love energy, right? You see this baby belly? Okay, so there could be something in that, whether it be, a new child in the family or just new beginnings in general as far as self-care. The Lovers and the Chariot. So funny. These are back-to-back cards as well, but they're also choice cards, right? You see how this is like split in 2. This used to be called the Choice, the Lovers card. And then the Chariot, you've got 2 different directions, and this person's like, which way do I go? All right. So it's like I think you need to release the need to choose between self-love and relationship love. You know, like, why can't you have both? And I know that sounds weird, but sometimes we as humans can be very centrally focused, right? So let's say, like, I have to love myself. I cannot love anybody else, but why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Or I am gonna love this whole person and I'm not gonna think about myself. You know, it's about that balance. It's let go of the need to love so hard in one spot. You know, because I know Scorpios, you can love pretty hard after you finally decide to let the person crack open your shell and be like, hello, Scorpio, I love you, right? Yeah, you can love both ways hard, but it doesn't have to just be one or the other, right? You can distribute that evenly. So that's what I'm getting from the tarots here, Scorpio. Let me see what the Divine Feminine has for you. All right. Perpetua. The saint of authenticity. Well, if you ain't authentic, Scorpios, I don't know what. I know a lot of Scorpios, and you guys are all some real deal people. It says, I am my authentic self in all circumstances. So, you know, whether it's in self-love or in relationship love, just being yourself. You don't have to be so hardcore. Let's see what it says in here, though. All right, so Saint Perpetua suggests that there is no greater power than choosing to remain our authentic self in all circumstances. She's that person who remained loyal to her soul, and she urges us through her example to embrace the power of being authentic now. Journal writing could be a sacred act of returning to ourselves, of listening to the soul voice inside us, and of going inward to find our answers. Perpetua is a call to a journal writing practice, even if it's just to record our dreams each morning. So maybe it's time to start writing those feelings down so that you can sort of visualize. Because we can think about what we're feeling, but when we see it on paper, it almost can sort of give us like a map, Oh, okay, now I can see how I feel, right? Now I know what to do. Whereas when you think it in your head, sometimes it scrambles like you scribbled on the paper, like that. So I hope that helped. All right, moving on to Sagittarius. What's up, Sagittarians? You guys are another like Libras. I'm like Libra, and Sagittarius. I'm like woo. What is up, Sagittarius? All right, so let's see what we have to be released with this full moon. All right, we got 2 cards here. Okay, Sagittarius. We have the Devil. Okay. The Devil card and the King of Swords. Okay. So the Devil is I'm sorry for laughing. I'm just thinking You know, if you follow astrology, then you'll see the memes and stuff about all the different signs. And Sagittarians, like, they have no filter, zero filter. And it's almost like that's what these cards are telling me. Like, you know, the devil is about like letting go of like obsessions and addictions and things like that too. You know, but also, you know, when I see the devil with the King of Swords and I'm thinking about a Sagittarius, I'm thinking about somebody with no filter, someone who's just going to tell it like it is. You know, the King of Swords would be like, well, this is what it is, you know, and it's almost like this is kind of saying like, let me get one more card here. Maybe the filter. The thing is, I don't want the filter to, okay, I see what it is. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Because I'm like, the filter doesn't have to go anywhere, you know? But it's just so funny. The 7 of Pentacles, right? Sometimes the 7 of Pentacles comes out when you don't have patience. So to me, this is almost, it's almost like learning to deal with people who don't have like common sense, right? It's like it's learning to have more patience with people, you know, more patience. Like it's like working towards being more tactful. Okay. That's what I get from that. That's what I get from that. Let's see what the Divine Feminine deck has for you, Sagittarius. That was quick. Ariadne, mistress of the labyrinth. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. Right? So it's almost like having to like muddle through something. Let's see. The Labyrinth was a good ass movie, by the way. If you haven't seen The Labyrinth, I don't even know. I won't even say anything. If you haven't seen The Labyrinth, I won't say anything negative, but you should see it. All right. All right, so her message is that our courage is always in some way rewarded. When we seek to end an unnecessary pattern or routine that is no longer serving us, even though we initially created it in an effort to keep us safe, it can feel as insurmountable as facing a horned part man, part beast that lives in a dark maze inside us. Pure terror. Wow. Part man. A horned man, part beast. And talking about letting go of unnecessary patterns, I mean, this is all just tying in. The soul always wants our freedom. The divine is what liberates us, not confines. Right. Yeah, that's all I'm going to read. I don't want to go too crazy reading everything in here. But that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope that helped. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what we've got for Capricorns. Page of Swords. All right. Let's get one more card here. And Temperance. Okay. You know what's funny? The Devil card was pulled for the Sagittarius reading, and the Devil card represents Capricorn sign. And the Temperance card was pulled for this Capricorn reading, and Temperance represents Sagittarius. So, I don't know. I'm going going on with your Sag and Caps, but maybe there's some sort of a link. All right, so we've got the Page of Swords and we've got Temperance. So whenever I see the Page of Swords, I always think of like online watching, you know. It's possible that you could be interested in someone, or someone could be interested in you, and they're kind of just watching. And let me get one more card here. Let me get one more. I don't need one more card. One more card, Capricorn. And Three of Pentacles. It's almost like you are, or someone is watching a situation that involves like a third party, right? And you're just kind of waiting to see what happens. And, as much of a balanced card as the Temperance card is, it doesn't feel balanced in this spread. It feels almost like wanting something to be what it's not. Right? Maybe this third party situation is, it could be like you're in a relationship and somebody wants you, or somebody that you want is in a relationship, and it's like that whole waiting and watching and trying to, maybe you're trying to manifest something in, or they're trying to manifest you in. Could be someone that you work with, or worked with, or are working on a project with, or want to work on a project with. But it could be like work related. That's what it seems like to me. So let me get a card from the Divine Feminine here. I'm just gonna say this, like, if it is a third party situation, like, if somebody else is in a relationship, whoever's outside of the relationship, like, don't bother. They wanted to be with you, they would, right? If they wanted to be with you, they would. They wouldn't be staying in their situation. And even if they do, they're not ready. So don't spend time and energy on something like that. All right, here we go. Okay, somebody else got this card too. Anandamayima. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. Okay, so let's get in here again. There is a deep, calm, abiding joy that arrives when we can merge with the aspect of us that never changes. There is a bliss we get to experience every time we detach from the surface storms that cause chaos in our lives. If we can remember that we are the guru, that we are an aspect of the divine that remains the same no matter how much change surrounds us, then we get to arrive at a joy that lives at the core of our being, right? So, whatever this situation is, it's almost like spirit is pointing back in towards yourself, right? So you need to let go of whatever the outside situation is that's causing chaos, and, go within, right? A lot of times we, as humans in general, tend to look for the issues, the problem that is causing the issues on the outside of us, when really, we really need to look at ourselves more often than not, because even if part of the issue is on the outside of us. The part that we can control and change and fix is the part that we need to focus on, because it'll move the alignment of the situation, right? So get yourself in alignment to whatever situation you want to be aligned with. And when I said get in alignment, the time said 59:59. So yes, I've been at this for an hour. All right, so I'm going to move on to Aquarius. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. All right, let's see what else we got here. And the Hanged Man. Queen of Wands and the Hanged Man. You're getting a different, I want to pull one more card. I want to. All right, and the Three of Wands, yeah. So you need to, you're waiting on something. Wheels have been put into motion for whatever situation is happening in your life right now. The wheels have been set into motion, and it's definitely something that is going to give you a totally different perspective. It's going to change a lot for you, like as far as your passions, the direction that you're heading in your life. But you just have to release your impatience with this part of the progress, which is the just waiting and getting a new perspective based on whatever the experience, whatever experience you're going through right now or are going to be going through very soon. It's going to give you a different perspective and move you in a different direction. You just have to let go and allow the universe, allow the flow to happen. Okay? You need to allow the flow to happen. Do not hold your own self back out of fear or out of impatience and sort of go backwards because you're not, just try to keep a positive attitude about whatever the situation is. Keep it light and allow the universe to do its work, because once you start throwing that heavy, impatient, upset energy at a situation, that's when it gets all messed up. I didn't even get a chance to say, what do we got, Spirit? Spirit already knows. Freya, the goddess of discernment. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's holy hell yes. And let me tell you something, Aquarius. When I pulled this card for the first time, I've never forgotten that. And anytime I go to make a choice, I'm always like, is it hell yes? And if it's not hell yes, then I don't do it. We don't got time to waste time. We have goals to reach. We got things to do and energy to put in the right places. And you know what? It seems like right now is a time for you to store energy, right? That hangman card, it's like, okay, we're storing energy, we're collecting, we're gathering, we're gaining a new perspective. And when we bust out of this and we deal with this situation, it's going to be so totally different because I figured it out, All right, so Goddess Freya. Discernment is derived from the Greek word, I'm going to say this wrong, diakrisis. It refers to a spiritual power that allows you to distinguish between the spirits that will cause harm and the spirits that will assist you, right? So if it feels yucky inside, it ain't it, right? That ain't it. Okay, so Our time in this lifetime, at least, is limited. Every second is significant. Freya reminds us of the searing perception we all have, but perhaps don't use frequently enough. She wants us to be discerning with how we choose to spend our time and whom we choose to love. She wants us to never ever say yes to anything or anyone from a place of fear or obligation. All right, so that's what I have for you, Aquarius. And now we're going to move on to Pisces. All right, Pisces, what's going on for this super full moon? What do we have in the forefront for Pisces that needs to be released? Okay, we've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, the Queen of Swords. And the Magician. Queen of Swords and the Magician. Wow. I'm going to pull one more card. Because I know what I want to say about this, but I just like have questions. I don't usually pull this few cards, so I'm always like, I want more. All right, and the Seven of Pentacles. All right, so, all right, Pisces, it's time to cut the shit. I'm a Pisces, so I'm just clowning here. The Seven of Pentacles is like, this card here is all about bearing the fruits of your labor, having patience, knowing that, you know, it's not quite ready yet, but it's getting there. And so it's time to figure out exactly what it is that you want to manifest, right? Make a choice and gather your tools and put that work in, right? So release the thought that whatever you want is going to come quickly, and really kind of focus in on this thing, right? Focus in and manifest on that. You know, this is something that I've kind of been saying for this whole reading. Like, you have to figure out exactly what it is that you want, what makes you happy, what really, really gets you going. You know, what would you wake up every day and just be so happy and delighted to do, right? That, right? Put your energy into that. You know, because the magician here, the magician has all the tools and knows exactly what he needs to do to manifest, but it's going to take time. So you got to release the frustrations of waiting, and you've also got to become very clear on what it is that you want to manifest. Don't muddy the waters. Make it extremely clear so that the universe can make it happen. Because if the universe is getting wishy-washy energy from you, you're going to get wishy-washy results in return. All right, so let's get a Divine Feminine card for you, Pisces. Rabia, the Queen of Saintly Women. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. You know, I have never seen this card. So I'm going to open up the book. It's just cool. I've had this deck for a few years now and I haven't seen this card. I don't even think like I noticed it in the glossary, like when I was looking at it. Wow. All right. All right, so although it can be very difficult, loving without expectations is a profound spiritual practice. More often, our love for someone is loaded with ideas of who that person needs to be for us. But divine love is unconditional. It's a love that seeks only love, no hidden agenda, no strings attached. Rabia relates in one of her poems, prayer should bring us to an altar where no walls or names exist. Each time we are able to love someone or ourselves without conditions, that love, We arrive at that altar within us. We free them in ourselves. We remember that Rabia knew so well that to love just for the sake of loving lets the divine act through us. I love that. You know, and it's to me, like, I love to love people without conditions, and it is such an odd thing these days because people, you know, you'll want to do something nice for someone and they'll be like, I don't know if I want to accept that from you, because we live in a society where people are so often performing acts of service for people because they have an expectation that everybody thinks that someone wants something from them. And isn't it such a wonderful thing when someone does something nice for us and they're like, I don't want anything back. I just want to help and I want you to be happy. That's what that means. And the more of that we're spreading around, the more of a ripple we're creating, right? And we're sending that vibration through the rest of the world, through the people that we deal with, through everybody that we touch. And it just creates a beautiful energy. I like that card as the last card for this whole entire reading. I think that has a message for everybody in it. So thank you so much for joining me on this reading. I hope that you liked it. Please like, share, and subscribe. I will leave my Facebook community page in the description box. Would love to have you there. And again, starting next week, I will have readings every single week. The clock just said 1:11:11. So all ones on there. So on that note, it was great reading for you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye.